Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at land doctrine trees and go through them all. So yeah, let's start up with the first one. We have a mobile warfare doctrine. I would recommend this one for anyone that has planning on doing any sort of uh, tactics, including either motorized, mechanical, or tanks. So that will include Germany, possibly something like UK, Italy, Japan. But that stuff like there's better choices, yeah, for all of those. Uh, Maybe even Germany. But the thing is, if it's not a gimmick, I would say it's good for what it does. But you will need a big part of your army to be having included tanks in some way. So it's a bit of if you play a lot of a game, you will be very tempted to pick this up a lot, and if you don't pick it up, you will sometimes think it was a mistake not to do it. And I've realized that quite a bit while playing. So if you want to take a risk, I would say go down the mobile warfare doctrine. It's really good. And if you do tend to do so, I think you should rush elastic defense. That one's super good. The next one's that's outstanding. It's Blitzkrieg. I would say it's quite good, and Blitzkrieg is why I would say the right side is better, because here on the left you see you get recovery rate and max speed, you get organization, and you get organization as well here, and you even get the organization on tanks. Thing is, on right side you get good tanks. Here you get good tanks, and here you get good motorized and good tanks. And why this is important is that the left side covers both, but not that much. It only gets tanks free organization. That's not that much, because you will organization is not important on tank, because you will have motorized in that division in either way, or something else. So that doesn't do anything really. Here instead, it gives tanks and armor variants recovery rate, and it gives motorized infantry organization and mechanized infantry organization. That's much better. Because even if you go right side, you can still do an SS divisions with only these, and they will get quite a nice buff. So I would say go right side. And if you only intend to use motorized, though, this is obviously the better one. But just saying, if you're going to use a mix, I would say go right side. If you're only using tanks, yeah, go right side. But then you're missing out on quite a bit, especially if you're not using motorized in this division here, because that will really boost the organization. You will need at least 4, I would say. Going down, this one is really good, because this one is like, it gives all the infantry a bunch of recovery organization, planning speed even, but that's not very good. And the different tactics it gives, you don't care that much of it. That's when we fight it, they use tactics, and the tactics are different good, and that's why you want to use the scout, because the scout gets better planning. I mean reconnaissance, but yeah, you understand probably. And here you get down to, I think, an easy choice. Some people find it hard. Most people tend to go the left side, and yeah, that's the best choice, because it gives you 5% manpower. And last one doesn't do anything really. It gives you guerrilla tactics with it, which is quite nice. It's okay really, but I mean effect of partitions, yeah, that really doesn't do anything. On the right side though, this right side is really OP. So if you don't need the manpower, I would say go right side of course. But if you're even slightly needing manpower, this would really help, because that will push you out of range of ever probably going to choosing these two, and only probably having to go down to service by requirement. And that can be really useful actually, to not have to get these negative bonuses, because the negative bonuses really start to add up when you get all adult serve. On service by requirement, they're not that bad. The only thing that's really bad is the construction speed minus 10%. You won't be really training divisions either way that late, so the training speed isn't that, doesn't really matter. And factory output, I mean, it's 10% on every single factory, and that can be quite harsh. The thing is, you have so many factories, and construction speed, you will just be pumping out factories and repairing, and that time, because you have so many civilians. It's probably any nation. So but here it's really bad, and as well here. So yeah, you can be really useful. I would say I would probably recommend going left side if you don't are like US and going all tanks for some reason, because the right side is this last one. Really look at it. It's point to recovery rate, organization, and breakthrough. 20% breakthrough. um, really good. So this tree, even though it's really good, I would say I'm not going it that often, and it's, as I said, it's a risk. And okay, on to the next one. Spear firepower, and this video is already longer than I thought because I really want to go in depth like this. I'm not sure if you guys want me to go this in depth, but I'm just probably it's the best way of going. This superior firepower is probably the best standalone tree. The thing is, there's so many other factors than just the tree itself that goes into picking your land doctrine, and the land doctrine is the most important of all three. Though I could do videos on the others because they are quite in depth as well. Though they wouldn't be as long. Okay, so superior firepower. What's it all about? It's about boosting up your artillery. This is, as you can probably understand. This one, you can go. All of these directions are good, and that's why it makes it super. The tree is super good because whatever you pick, it's fine. So you only need to do is go down it. Though I have some suggestions going down here. These first ones are not that important. The first one is really good. It's that one. Organization for leg infantry. Yeah, that's actually really good. But the thing is, it's fine. It's nothing outstanding. It's quite good. And this one, defenses. It can help you defend your artillery, which is nice. But the thing is, yeah, they're fine. They're fine. And this is these three together combined. It's starting to look really good already. So yeah, these are kind of good. And when you come down to a big decision here, I would say you should go integrated support most of the time. This is because if you think about it, you have almost always support artillery on all your divisions, but you don't have line RT on all your divisions, especially not mountaineers, marines, and paratroopers. And this is because then they lose their bonuses that make them special. So integrated, thereby, are on more divisions. And also, if you have only, like, let's say 2 or 1 artillery piece on your unit, the 0.2 recovery rate for line RT and 10% soft attack, that's not really that good compared to 25% soft attack and 10 organization and soft attack 25% organization 10. This makes the right side clearly better, I would say. But the thing is, if you're having 3 or more and you're having loads of that division, I would say consider left side, but this is so early decision. This is 3 on your 4th one, so it can be really tough to actually pick left side. So if you're unsure, you should go right side, though it's not bad. It's just this is weak compared to this side. I would say standalone. Next one here, it's just breakthrough for tanks and armor vans. Will not help you at all, I would say. Though if you're doing Space Marines, this can be slightly helpful. 10% breakthrough on your Space Marines, yeah, fine. But if you're going superior firepower, you're probably not going to have that much tanks and armor variants, so it doesn't really do anything. And I would say this one is really weak. So if you're doing, you can go down and take up these, and then you can stop for a while if you don't want to rush for stuff further down, and you feel kind of fine here. So you should not stop on this one. That's what I'm saying. This is just 297 days or so, whatever. How many modifiers you have, I don't know. So yeah. Then we have air land battle. I would say it's strong. It's really strong. Thing is, it doesn't really help that much. For the same reason this is bad. Because here, army, yeah, army hard attack. That's 10%. That's quite good. Thing is, hard attack. If you're doing arty focused, hard attack is not your main win condition or win battle condition, you can say. It's soft attack because you will use a loads of soft attack to just punch through your enemies and just yeah. So that's why it's fine. It's okay. Tanks and armor variants, 10% soft attack, 10% hard attack. Same here with this one. It doesn't really help you. It helps you somewhat if you're doing Space Marines, but otherwise, yeah, it's just doesn't really help you here. Enables tactic withdrawal. That is like, and the recovery rate, of course. The recovery rate here is really nice, though it doesn't say for what I'm just thinking it means for the whole army, for all divisions. And if so, yeah, that's fine. That's quite good, 2% recovery rate. And here, all frontline battalions, organization 5 air support plus 20%. this is why you're going left side. This is like the only reason you're going left side, because this helps you with Space Marines. And the last one is really good if you're doing air. So if you're doing superior firepower and going air superiority or something focused, the left side is quite good, because it means you can like push into enemy and like have, if you have, at least you have air superiority and some close range fires and that kind of stuff. I mean, it's going to really easy to attack them. The right side is much more all round, I would say. It's army 5% soft attack. This goes and helps out what you've already been doing in attack. Keeps building up the soft attack, and it's quite good. Next one, reconnaissance. You will always need to have reconnaissance on like all your divisions. So it's like, it's one or more reconnaissance, which is really good. Your punch goes up from 1 to 2, and you will, and with all the tactics you've gotten from the tree, it's really gonna help out. And recovery from that, like this side. So this one is just a stronger variant of this one, and I think it's kind of weird that you have it that way. But yeah. Next one, all infantry and motorized mechanized recovery rate organization. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's quite good actually. But it's little recovery rate, but the organization there is why you want it, because that infantry really you want that organization, because Bart isn't gonna provide it. So and tanks and variant, we get some recovery. It doesn't really matter. So, and shock and awe, this is really good. I love this last one. This is probably why I go right. I almost all the time go right side instead of left side, because this one gives you 20% air support, but this one gives you 10% soft attack and 10% hard attack, which is much better in my opinion, because it's much more all round for all. When you're attacking, when you're defending, you don't need air superiority, you don't need close air fighters. You can like focus really heavily on your artillery and infantry combo. So this is probably the strongest tree. And now come to Grand Battle Plan. The weakest tree, I would absolutely have to say. I'm sorry, the max entrenchments, it's nice, the entrenchment speed is nice, yeah, fine, but it's nothing compared to like 20% soft attack or breakthrough here. And I forgot to say on mobile warfare that these third ones were really good as well. But yeah, doesn't really do anything in terms of fighting here. Doesn't do anything. It really doesn't do anything for you. Here it gives you defense and organization. Yeah, that's good. Really good, this one. So these two are worthless. This third one, not worthless, but you get it. This one is really strong. Here we come down to breakthrough soft attack. This, you can say, yeah, it's good, but you see it's for your whole army. But the thing is, it's 10% soft attack and 5% soft, 10% breakthrough and 5% soft attack. If it was the other way around, I think it was much better. Because if you're going broke around battle plan, you're not going to be using tanks. You're not going to entrench those tanks and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's my opinion. Motorized, yeah, you're same here. You're not going to really use a lot of motorized. This is, if you're going down here, you're probably going super heavy infantry arty combo, and if you're doing that, this is better. But yeah, I'll go through it anyway. Max planning, shit, really not good. Worth it. All infantry, organization, tanks. I'm not going to actually put much time in this one, but yeah, breakthrough 10% for army. Now it's starting to build up with a breakthrough here, so now it's starting to get somewhere. With a breakthrough you can really punch through enemy lines, yeah. And here max planning speed, doesn't do you anything. And organization recovery, yeah, this one is good. C3I, it's one quite good. Here you this early get more breakthrough. Is already, I think all of these combined, it's not that good even, or if you have all of these, but this side is quite juicy actually. I'll go through it. Yeah, this one is good for leg infantry. Okay, tanks, you get organization, you get recovery rate. This doesn't help you because you won't be using those. I think you maybe will, I'm not sure. Supply consumption, this is really good. You can like when you're entrenched in bad positions, you will be able to hold those positions, and you won't be able need to use that much supply. If you're going right side, I would recommend actually using logistics company if you're not using that in your standard layout. I'm think most people doesn't, and I'm one of them. I don't really use logistics that often. They're mostly a tech for me, but with this one stacked, it's really strong. Especially in the late game, you can get minus like 40%. Yeah, 40%, and that's 50 total. Yeah, nice. land night attack. Yeah, that's that's just 25% more attack. 50% of the time, it's fine. And next one, all infantry and motorized organization. Yeah, that's fine. It's nothing spectacular. It's quite weak, but still, it's okay. And here, reconnaissance, just like in on this side, forward observance. It's really strong. This is really strong, and that's why you should always go infiltration over assault. I feel like if you have reasons to do otherwise, just tell me, cause I can learn as well. I'm just saying that's what I think. So yeah, the final one, the one that most people go down, and the one you should most time go down, only because of this one. And that's sad that the trees, I would say, if I would really want to take sticks on these, but personally you go down this like 90% of the time, and this no, not 90, you go down this like 70% of the time, this 25, and this 5%, and this one none, I would say, something along those lines. If you're like taking all the ones in the world, I would say something like that. There are those no statistics, I'm just saying this one. If you don't know what you're doing, just go down mass assaulting, go right side. But I'll go through it. With reinforcement rate and minimum chain level, yeah, that's really good already for the first one. That's really good because basically this early in the game, the minimum training level, that's quite good. You can pump up units quick, and recovery rate is really good if you want to fight early wars. In the late game, it's not really as important, I feel like, but coming as it comes this early, I would say it's really strong. Supply grace period, or what's called out supply. The pocket defense is so strong, it's insane, because you this early, when like as Soviet, maybe you want to take over Iran or Afghanistan, that's something I do quite often early, to secure a border with British Russia and be able to push in. You'll be able to do that super easy and without and you won't be, yeah, it will just all around be much easier with this one. The deep defense, or what's called defense in depth, like infantry organization, max entrenchments, this doesn't do you very much. It's fine. It's not that strong. I think it's okay. Yeah, that's like it's okay. So left side, we go through left side first. You get the minus to supply consumption. Yeah, that's fine. But I mean this. Yeah, okay, it's really good. I'll say that. That's really good. Tanks organization doesn't help you if you're going down this tree. Here it enables max planning, doesn't do that shit as well. Here infantry combat of -4. This is really good, and -10% consumption. Already we have -30, so with logistics that's starting to add up really much. So if you're China, I would absolutely recommend at least considering going left side, for a reason you get the minus combat with, and you get some really nice abilities, but they're very spread out, so you'll have to be aware that you're wasting so much time going down there, and that's why you should consider it and not always do it. And next one, tanks, and doesn't help you, so infantry. Breakthrough on infantry motorized organization, okay, I mean, fine. Next one is, yeah, mechanized. You won't be using that. I would say if you're using mass assault and using a lot of mechanized and tanks, I would say you're doing it wrong. Yeah, and organization loss when moving, that one's really good though. Okay, it's dinner soon, so I gotta quick hurry up. Thought I would have more time. Okay, this one doesn't do that much. It gives you division attrition -10%, which is good. The thing is, for the time it takes to research it, I would say it's a mediocre one. That's the thing. They take super long to research these stuff, and you have to consider that. I should say that early. And here you get the recovery rate, really strong. This one's super strong, I would say. 0.3. I think that's one of the higher ones. So yeah, that's good. Organization for leg infantry, and yeah, that's organization for leg infantry. Fine, it's okay. Human wave offensive, 5% combat recruitable population -4 combat width. It's really strong. Maybe it's the strongest one in the whole tree, by far the strongest one. And it's not even the final one. The final one is not as strong, but it's really strong. Out of supply -30%, effective precision doesn't do anything. Recovery rate for arm is super strong. 0.2 stacked with the other 1.3 and point there's 2%, and yeah. So I take this video as you want. It got really long. I hope that's fine, because I really want to do more of these really in-depth videos and talk super much about Hearts of Iron. And if you have any suggestions for other stuff like this, this was suggested by a comment, so props to him. And yeah, leave a like down below if you enjoyed it. Tell me in comments what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.